Welcome, everybody. We are back at the one and only Hampden with the Queen of Fashion of Charleston, Stacy Smallwood. Welcome to the Fashion Crimes Podcast.
Thank you.
This is thebestdayever.com, as we have been pining over Stacy for a very long time as we see her consistently at New York Fashion Week. And unfortunately for her, she decided to give me her number a couple of years ago. And I was like, hey, I'm going to be in Charleston. And she was like, please come in. So we are here to grill you about you, your business, what you do for women trying to get dressed in the South and really all over the U.S. and really to speak about fashion over 40 and some of the struggles that women have. But I want to hear all about you and your history first.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited. I love talking about fashion, but more importantly, about empowering women through fashion and making them feel beautiful. Saturday is actually my 45th birthday, so I'm definitely aware of dressing women over 40.
Love it.
However, I did start the store February 5th, 2007, so I was only 27 years old when I started the store, so I've had the store for 17 years, right here on King Street. Have definitely evolved. I opened at 357 King, so not the space we're sitting in now, but the best thing that came out of the '08 crash was real estate opened up on King Street. So I moved one block south and doubled my square footage in November 2009 to 314 King Street. And then we've had quite the evolution from there. We expanded again in 2012 to have shoes and handbags in a store at 312 and a half King Street, which I love. Only in Charleston would you have a store that is 312 and a half.
Yes.
Fun fact, it was a piazza that was enclosed in the 1920s, so hence the half. And then expanded into another store, small, that was down the street, more of our contemporary store and stuff, in 2017. And then in March of 2020, great timing, 4 days right before the pandemic, we opened my other store at 312 King Street. So I've gradually grown and taken over more space this way. And once I did that, I felt like this was the epicenter of everything we were doing. And so I wanted all of our clothes to be in one space. And so this gave us another 4,000 square feet. And so I closed small that was just 5 doors down and kept everything here. So now we have 10,000 square feet of retail space.
Did you have a fashion background, or were you just like, hey, I'm going to open a store one day?
Oh my gosh, definitely not. I honestly always loved fashion growing up. It was like my favorite thing to pick out my outfit or whatever, and I would pick it out the night before. I have an identical twin sister, so we would share a closet, so maybe compete over who got the outfit. But I didn't have anyone in my family in fashion. I really never thought I could make a career out of it. But I went to Vanderbilt for college, and it was an incredible experience. There were so many women pushing each other, driving for success. And I had internships in beauty and in PR in New York and things, and quickly realized, you know, fashion is really more the area of expression for me. And Neiman Marcus came and interviewed at Vanderbilt campus. It's one of the 10 schools that they interview on campus. So I got the job as part of their buying program actually right before Christmas of my senior year of college. So by then I knew exactly where I was going, all by myself. I didn't know anyone moving to Dallas, and I was excited though. I was fearlessly excited in my 20s. I would say some of that has changed in my 40s.
I love that. So you really have taken over the block and are setting the precedence for high fashion, is what I like to call it. This is a store where women have, you know, I don't want to say an unlimited budget, but a pretty hefty, you know, budget that they can come in and spend and learn about new designers. What are some pain points that you see when customers come in? I hate to shop, I don't know how to dress. What is it?
Oh my gosh, all of those things. You know, it runs the gamut. A lot of women hate to shop. And I think that they do because they're overwhelmed by the choice. And they also want to make a good choice. They want to make a good investment. They want to know that when they choose to purchase something, that it's going to be in their closet for a long time and not just for one season. I also think women are self-conscious about their bodies. You know, we talk about our hairstylists like they're our therapists, and they often are, but you really are at your most vulnerable point with someone when you're in the dressing room, because you truly are getting naked, undressed. And, you know, every woman has body issues, and it's a moment where you feel self-conscious. Does it fit? Is it the right size? Is this age appropriate? So it is a moment of vulnerability that I think is rare, and we don't talk about it enough, that it is also built on trust. That's a huge thing we talk about here at HAMPDEN and with my stylists, and we call them stylists because we work really hard on educating the team about what are the collections, why are things made, why did I purchase it, who was I envisioning when I purchased it, and what have I heard in the dressing rooms for over 20 years dressing women, you know, and it is a point that I don't take lightly. We've had women lose their husbands and need to come in for a black dress. We've had people have a double mastectomy and say, I don't know how to get dressed anymore. I mean, these are really big moments. And the thing is, women have to get dressed whether we like it or not. And I always say, why not grab a dress that makes you feel beautiful? Because it can change your energy, it can change your mood, and it can change the trajectory of your day. You know, if you have on your sweats, you may be like, you know what, I'm not going to meet that friend for coffee. I'm not going to go to that lunch I forgot about because I'm not dressed for it. And we've all done that. But instead of maybe throwing on those workout clothes, grab a dress, because it's just as easy to throw on and often more forgiving. And then you never know where the day could take you and where the opportunities could lead for connection. And that's what we're all really looking for.
I think that is such a great point. You know, at the Fashion Crimes podcast, we are fashion over 40, way over 40. Now I'm 50. And so I can't keep saying that I turned 50 because I'm on the other side of 50. But I always tell women, you got to get in the game.
Yeah.
If you're not in the game, you're not giving yourself a fair shot.
I agree.
On, you might meet your husband today. You don't know, okay?
Right.
You might do this. Somebody might want to meet you. Somebody might want to date you. Somebody might want to engage with you. And if you look beat down, and I don't mean like you're just dressed down, but if you look like you're not dressed with intention, then that is what is so hard for people to get out of that hole and get out of their own way.
Absolutely.
And so that's what we try to do, and we try to interview women-owned small brands that are really pushing women to the top, getting women to understand why it's important and why it matters. So it's not that you have to buy a $5,000 bag.
No.
You just have to really get yourself together, whatever that means for you, right? Your style's not going to be my style, not going to be your style, not going to be your style. But because you have 10,000 square feet, like you just said, let's talk about some of the things that just you can't keep in stock. What are some huge sellers for you?
Yeah, I mean, for years, dresses has been like our #1 category. It's something we're known for. I think in the South, also, it's really easy to throw on because it's often really warm outside.
Right.
But I also think for people, it's a one and done. You know that like when you throw it on, you're put together, you know, it's easy and simple. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. You know, often we're judging like, am I doing it right? Am I styling the belt right? And I'm like, to your point, what you just said, there is no perfect right answer. It is what's right for you and what feels good to you. For a long time, we have prided ourselves on finding new young designers that are not well known. So people often do come in and are overwhelmed because they're like, I don't know all these brands. And I'm like, no problem. You're not supposed to know them. We are. And what the point is we are here to make you not look like everyone else. So when you walk in a room, then people are like, oh my gosh, you look great. And is there anything better in the world than someone being like, you look awesome?
Yes. When you start getting compliments, you're doing something right. You don't have to get a compliment every day, but it's important that when people notice, that's the feedback you're getting. That's the energy that you're getting back. What is the message you want to send to the world when you cross the threshold? Every day's not going to be a home run. We know that. But when you try, most of the time, people notice, right? And that it gives you opportunities and it creates energy for people to be like, where'd you get that? Oh my God, I love that. Oh my God. And I love complimenting other women because it goes so far. I'm like, you are, you look fabulous. And people are like, oh my God, people love that. So I love that you're trying to do that for women. And tell us a little bit about the price point. So if people come in and they're a little bit overwhelmed, where do your prices start and end? Do you have a little something for everyone? Is it very high end? Tell us more about that.
I think we do. I would definitely say we are about quality over quantity, and I am a huge proponent against fast fashion. That has jumped up so much in the last 17 years that I've owned the store. There's an amazing documentary called The True Cost if you really want to know more about how fashion is one of the biggest polluters in the environment. And if you think about it, if a top retails for $10, how much is it costing them to make it? And therefore, how much are they paying that person to sew it? There really is an ethical reason why these things cost what they do. And not only just the quality of the fabric, the intention behind the design. When you go to a Zara, they are directly knocking off the designers that we have in the store. And these people, just like artwork, sat down, sketched it out, took the time to be intentional about every single detail and come up with an original thought and idea. And you don't want a poster and think it's the same thing as the original piece. So I would say, don't start small. Come in and buy one nice thing, and each season, or maybe it's 5, each season keep building on it, and you're going to feel like you have a new wardrobe. So we have dresses for $200, and then we have John Batista Valley gowns for $5,000. But the main price point, I would say, is $595 to maybe $1295. They are investment pieces, and it doesn't mean that everything in here is dressy. That's another illusion that we get a lot. There are pieces that you would wear every single day. So, for instance, some of the stuff we have on the rack behind you. And we also are here to be honest, too, to say, you know what? This is amazing. This is worth it. This also will take you into the next season. I am going to buy, this Sunday, I'm leaving for Resort 25 Market. Going to buy what you're wearing next spring. So we already have a handle on what the trends are going to be and what's going to be something that's lasting and timeless. So I think that we have the reason we appeal to the 40 and up, and that is our main clientele, is because I like classic pieces with a little bit of a twist, something a little bit edgy or a little bit off that makes you feel stylish, but not on trend per se.
Thank you for talking about stepping away from fast fashion. We preach that, scream it from the mountaintops all the time. I don't think any closet is really fast fashion free.
No.
But starting, like you said, by getting one thing that's really special to you and then building on that every day is exactly how you evolve your style and how you build a wardrobe for life. So many people are price driven, price. Yes. They think good style means having a good price. It doesn't mean that everything that you have has to be $10,000.
No.
And also, there is a difference between being dressed up and then being dressed. There's a big difference. Nobody's asking you, to wear a ball gown, of course, but when you're dressed, then you look put together. So I like to say you have such an army of hot girls here. You've got all these cute girls working here. Everyone, you've got such this beehive of people, really understanding what their position is, and it really takes a strong team to get it together. Let's talk about, we've got somebody in the dressing room, we've got them dressed. So let's go into accessories. So tell me about the jewelry, the shoes, the jackets. Tell us what we can expect when we come in.
Yeah, so we have over 100 designers in the store. That does include handbags, shoes, jewelry, all the gamut, sunglasses. One of my goals in opening the store was to have the daughter, the mom, and the grandmother be able to find something.
Nice.
And also, I think it's really important that no one comes out of Hampden looking like Hampden dressed. They come out looking like themselves.
Right.
So we really have a variety of styles. We have something for your edgy girl, maybe it's Sakai or MM6. We have something that's more classic, like a Dries Van Noten or
Jason Wu,
a Lulu Studio. So things that are tailored, even suiting. But accessories are so much fun. Accessories always fit. You know,
that's a good point.
And they're emotional too. So I think also when people think of Hampden, they do think of clothing, but we have a full accessory store with handbags from Marnie to Wandler to J.W. Anderson, shoes from Totem and Alexander Bierman and Lou's Studio, you know, things that you haven't heard of. And we really are about getting you in the dressing room and dressing you from head to toe. Again, to your point, like, doesn't mean you have to purchase everything, but I want you to feel what the look could be, you know, what you can imagine, the full outfit.
I love that. And do you sell swimwear?
We do sell a little bit of swimwear. We do Ula Johnson, we have Lem Lem and Jonathan Simkai swim. A lot of one pieces. I would say a lot of people, you know, not only is it a trend, but it's definitely geared more towards the woman over 40. So, and I think that one pieces are really chic. I think they're fabulous.
I love a sexy one piece.
Yeah.
I love what you said about having the daughter, the mom, the grandmother. I think you nailed it. I think it is a curated, I always try to coach people. It's important that when you go to a huge department store, there's warm bodies bringing people up. There's no one giving style advice, fashion advice, and that. You have taken that model and you have squished it down to where, yes, it's large, but it's not so uncanny large, but you have the curated stylists to really understand the clothes, how they fit, the garment details, why it matters, and why the price reflects that. So I appreciate you. We salute you for doing that. And we want to talk about some of the things that you have brought and want to show us today.
Yeah.
And there's all the details and gorgeous things here, but we're going to have you explain these things when we come back right after this. We are back at Hampden on King Street in the historic Charleston shopping district with Stacy Smallwood. We are so excited to have her tell us what these top picks are for summer. Hit it.
Yay, I'm excited to talk about the clothes. We've been talking about style and confidence, and that starts with you picking out a piece from Hampden, of course. So one of my favorite designers is Dries Van Noten. I am obsessed with this safari dress because it's so classic. One thing I hear so often is women want to cover their arms, and how do you do that in summer without being hot and sweaty and whatever? The one reason I love this dress is because it can be casual with a pair of flats like we have right here, and you can wear it to work, or you can throw on a heel, and it's nice and tailored, but it's not too structured or fitted. So it gives you a really nice shape, and then you can totally change it up with accessories. I think it is incredibly classic, and a lot of people shy away from khaki, but don't be scared of it. If you change your lip color, you will change your entire dynamic.
Hot tip. Change your lip color. Love that.
Okay, Sakai, one of the brands that we sell most at Hampden, and it's really hard to find. Not many stores are even allowed to carry it, but I love it. They're known for a stripe. It's a Japanese designer, and they always do a twist on it. She actually got her start by cutting a t-shirt and a sweater in half and sewing them together, and so you always kind of have that twist of putting pieces together you would not expect. And the thing I love about this is it's got jersey on top, so you're going to be nice and feel easeful in it, and then a poplin bottom that has all this pleating detail, and then it cinches you in at the waist, which we hear from a lot of people. They want to show off their waistline. Me, not so much. I just want a straight. I want a shift dress.
Okay.
Something you may not expect this season is long skirts. I think often they feel overwhelming. I'm 5'5", like I'm not tall, but don't do one of these. Hold it up to the mirror. Guys, you never know how it's going to fit on the body, and this does not.
Hot tip.
Does not give you a proper inclination of how it will fit on the body. So I always say it's free to try on. Just get in there and try on. You do not have to purchase it, but give it a try. So long skirts, and doing this even with a tank top, a black t-shirt, a denim jacket. We even styled it with like a little button down, and we have it in 2 colors this season. They're by Dorothy Schumacher. She does a great job of fitting different sizes. So she does a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like 1 is extra small, 2 is the small. And really her grading scale is what we call it. You know, a 5 fits an extra large, and it fits really nicely. A 6 fits an extra large. Like they actually fit true to size.
We're gonna manifest the skirt for me.
I'm really obsessed. Proenza, I had to pull this because we see each other at the Proenza Runway show, which is really fun. This is their white label, so it is their less expensive collection. I also think you can never go wrong with a shirt dress. Classic, can take you anywhere. It cinches in at the waist and buttons down. Another little styling trick is unbutton these a little bit to show a little more leg. And the style of the season is definitely wearing it with this little flat. Again, you can throw it on with the heel, but this is great for like September when it's still warm outside. You kind of want to look like fall, or October even in the South. You kind of want to look like fall. You don't want to wear bright colors, but it's got to be lightweight. So this is going to take you into that September, October season.
Would you suggest you can open it all the way down and wear it over jeans?
Absolutely. And wear like a black tank top and wear
2
this
dresses
as a jacket.
in one.
Yeah, they actually styled it like that on their website.
Love it.
And then Labo are, I think a lot of people always come in for cotton because it is so warm. And it's a little brand out of Italy. We actually get to choose our colors for this, which is really fun. They may have like 7 colors, so I get to say I'd like this in like the blush pink. And again, cotton, something lightweight and easy. And another thing that I do like about this is that it is squared off and shorter. So it feels like something you don't have to tuck in, which not everybody wants something you have to like tuck in and show off your waistline. It hits at that perfect little spot to cover all manner of issues right here, if you will.
And then this is the statement sleeve with the gathers and the mandarin collar. So again, you can wear this open too, I would think.
Yep.
And you can wear it with a shorter top. As we've been preaching short. People go, well, I don't want to show off my stomach.
Yeah, no.
But doesn't it, and back me up on this if you agree, doesn't it actually make you look thinner when you wear a shorter top?
I totally agree.
Okay,
I absolutely agree. You know, I think that proportion is something that's not talked about enough in fashion, and we have a lot of women who are 5'4" and below, and so they're like, I want something that is not long, overwhelming me, but often that's hard to find.
This is a great top.
Yeah, it's a really great top. A pair of white pants. You cannot go wrong with a pair of white pants. I love that it's actually a trouser and not a jean. A lot of people don't know this, but Rachel Comey makes an amazing pant, an amazing jean, and often that is the hardest thing to find and fit. So I love the fit of her pants, and I like that these are a cropped but straight leg. So don't be scared if you're 5'2" and you want that like wider leg. It is still very flattering.
I was just about to ask people that are vertically challenged, you can still wear a crop.
Absolutely. And she does a good job on proportion with this. And then you may want to, again, play with proportion and have something hit like right here, a little shorter. Another fun thing is we always talk about hemming pants, but don't be scared to hem a top as well.
Hot tip.
Yeah. Like cutting this off a little bit and having that be the proportion you want it to be. People who are shorter often are used to having things tailored to them. So don't forget you can do that with a blouse as well.
Another thing I love about these pants, they do have stretch. And then this has a very high rise, okay? So the rise from here to here, so it's not mid-rise, so when you sit down, if you're little in the middle and you got much back, you cannot have to worry about everything hanging out. And this is a great pant. I would have never picked this up, actually, but now that I see it up close, it's got really deep pockets, and then it stays in place. Clothes that stay in place are very hard to find, I think.
Agree. And often when you go in a store, you're almost looking for the emotional piece. You're looking for something that's like, wow, or, I never would have picked that. But this is your go-to Tuesday clothes that you're like, I can't get dressed because I don't have that perfect white pant. I can't get dressed because I don't have that perfect t-shirt. You know, those are almost boring things to buy, but that's actually the things that are going to make your wardrobe.
I actually stopped wearing white jeans because I couldn't find a pair that wasn't see-through. So these
Yes.
are such a nice thick twill
Yeah.
that you cannot see through these. I love that.
Totally agree. Okay, this is also by Labo Art. You know, one thing that is very important to me is not dressing everyone that's a size 0 or 2. So, but also I'm a size 8'10", and I love this little t-shirt. And I love it because it's got big slits on the side. So when you walk, you know, you've got a very flattering, almost like A-line shape to it. Again, it has the like structure to the bottom, so no need do I feel like I have to tuck it in. But because it has the slit, I can easily tuck the front in and leave the back out.
Hot tip. My God.
Also, the army green is great as well going into like the September and October time frame. So, and denim skirts are not going anywhere. I don't always talk about trends, but a denim skirt is something that was really hot even this past fall. It's huge this spring and huge going into next fall as well. This one's by Lulu Studio, which a lot of people don't know that brand, but the price point is incredible for the quality. She was a French influencer, and she's really known for her solids. We get a lot of feedback that, you know, people are like, I want timeless pieces that I'm not going to be seen wearing every day. It's going to be so recognizable. So Lulu Studio is a great resource for that. And it has a nice slit here. And I've seen this again on people who are 5'3" to like 5'11".
Okay, let's go back. If you are 5'3", what would you, it needs to, just tell us where it needs to hit, right at the shin, under the knee?
Yeah, I probably would hem it to right about here.
Okay.
So you get that longer length in the long line.
Got it.
So that you still have some of the slit, but it's not overwhelming you to the ground.
Do these come in different washes? Like jeans?
Not often do the denim skirts do that as much this season. If it was from Mother or like a denim brand, sometimes we get to choose the washes that they do come in. With the a lot of ready-to-wear collections, meaning like a Proenza or a Dorothy Schumacher or even Dries, have started introducing denim into their collections because it is such a key piece in our wardrobe. And, you know, in the early 2000s, it was like all denim all the time. And we've gotten away from that because people have been wearing dresses so much. But I feel denim is coming back in such a huge way, whether it be a little denim jacket, a denim skirt, or proportion-wise, big wide leg denim jeans. Something to play with that's not your average denim. So
speaking of denim, everlasting question. Does it matter the width of the leg of your jeans? Does it? What is your opinion? I know my opinion. What is your opinion? I know you're wearing wide leg jeans.
I know, I know.
But what, do people ask you that? Because people ask me that all the time, and I see every article, but I want to know what you think.
I really think that the wider you go, the more fashion forward it is. The one thing I will say, if you're not looking for that maybe fashion forward statement jean, still go with a straight leg. That is like a new shape. It's more of a trouser shape, and it is very flattering. You know, a lot of times I tell people I don't want the extreme because they'll try on a dress and they'll be like, but I want it all the way tight right here. And I'm like, I know, but then what we're creating is a this and a this. And really what we want is more of a casual shape to it. So I think that doing a more of a straight leg jean is about elongating the leg and making it, you know, getting away from the skinny jean.
I love that. And again, we talk about fit first. The stovepipe jean, which is what you're wearing, I think looks great on your body shape. It doesn't mean you couldn't wear another cut,
right.
But I love this for you because when I look at you, this is like, we're gonna talk about what you're wearing. To me, this is the perfect outfit because when I look at you and I don't know you, my eye goes straight down like this. I would never say, oh my God, she's 5'5". I would never even think that because you don't look like, I like to say vertically challenged. You don't look like that because you've created the line. Your look is not complicated. I look at your outfit and I get it, right? And so talk to us about your jacket.
Yeah, this is R13 and I love this big huge slit in the back.
Look at that.
I know. But imagine a black jacket on the hanger in a store, then you're like, it's a black jacket. But we miss the details if we don't take the time to look, you know? I would say 90% of what we sell at Hampden is what we suggest. So really saying, look at this, we've tried it on, this is amazing. And there's so many little details in each piece that make it unique.
I love that.
I have a Neely Lowton little t-shirt on. These are mother jeans, and it was like some little collaboration they did, and it's called Snacks, the snack jean. And I'm a huge fan of an elastic waist, guys. Not gonna lie, but I need to move, and I need to help clients,
Well,
and
of
I
course,
need
you're
to
on the floor.
I need
Yeah.
to pick up shoes. So comfort is a key factor for me as well. And I have on some old Claire's platforms that I swear I wear way too often, but they're my
adorable.
go-to, like Brogues. And it's one of my favorite shoe brands. So.
And you do look a little taller because you do have on a wedge.
I love that it's like just that much. So
Yes.
it's a flat that gives me a little height without wearing a heel.
Yes.
Which is always, I like that.
And
Yeah.
then speaking of shoes, well, let's talk about the shoes that you picked.
Yes, I love these little Lulu Studio. They just started making accessories, handbags, and shoes. And you can kind of tell from this is such a minimal, like, I'm just going to slip this on. It's summer. I don't look like I tried too hard, but it ends up being the perfect accessory. And also what it does, it frees up the leg. Like, you get to see a lot of skin rather than a big, heavy shoe.
Got it.
Which I do like. And then don't be scared of the kind of Birkenstock trend thing. It really is not going anywhere, and I think that's true because it's comfortable. And sometimes this does the perfect thing to balance out something that's a little more feminine. So if you have something really floaty, then you can run around with this kind of chunkier shoe on, and it's going to give it some weight to it. Like, we have a white dress downstairs that's voile and very ethereal, and like this takes it to a different style level, you know?
It's
By
also
changing it up.
it's also different from a sneaker.
Yes.
So sneakers are not going anywhere either, and sneakers are everywhere, every kind, every brand. Keds are back in, which I can't believe. I mean, I did wear those in the 4th grade.
Yeah.
They're back in style, but I appreciate a shoe like this because not everybody wants to run around in tennis shoes all the time.
Yeah.
And then if you're going from workout, carpool, to whatever, then you're wearing your workout shoes. And we always say that's a big fashion crime, okay? John, let's get a siren here.
Yeah.
Is to wear your workout shoes, running around, you wear a rec sneaker. If you don't want to do a rec sneaker, this I think is a great alternative.
Absolutely.
And then,
Couldn't agree more.
and it's also hard because if you're running around in flip-flops, everybody's got feet problems. A lot of my clients have feet problems. So this is a great shoe with support that doesn't look like a traditional Birkenstock. It's a little cuter to me.
Absolutely. Yeah, it shows a little more style.
It shows a little more style.
Yeah.
I am so honored and grateful. You've given us so much information and hot tips. I love that. I want you to give us a final thought. We have do you have a mantra? Do you have like something you always say to customers? Y'all come back? I don't know.
I think have fun with fashion. I think a lot of times we get in our own heads, and it's our own story that we're telling ourselves. And a lot of times we can be intimidated to come into a store and take our time because we feel like people are going to judge us or they're going to try and sell us something we don't need. But if we just slow down a little bit, and try on that one expected thing, or, in the dressing room, come out and say, what would you pair with this? Like, ask for advice.
Ask for help.
Ask for help. We really are there to help you. And our stylists are not on commission, which is a huge thing. Most stores are almost 100% commission.
They're like tripping each other.
Exactly. So they are not on commission. And then also another huge point is that every single thing you see here today is on our website on HAMPDENclothing.com. Every single item in the store, from a barrette to a ring to the shoes, is on our website.
And I do want to point out before I want you to plug your social media, don't be so quick to say, I can't afford, it's too expensive, that store's too expensive.
Yeah.
You don't know what they have.
Right.
And it is always fit first. And this top might be a little bit more expensive than something you would normally get, but the fit is incredible, and you're going to get a million compliments. You're going to wear it all the time. That is the difference, but you don't know unless you try it on. like Stacy said, trying on is free, okay? Get it free with a smile. So tell us where your social media is. You've already said your website.
Yes, so we have an amazing Instagram, which I can take no credit for. I have an awesome team. I literally have 60 employees. So
Amazing.
It takes a village to make this place run. And our Instagram is at HAMPDEN Clothing, and it's HAMPDEN, and that was my middle name.
I love
that's
it.
Where it comes from, HAMPDEN Clothing. We're on TikTok. Again, we have everything on our website. I even have my own personal Instagram, which is HAMPDEN Stacy, if you want to follow me. But again, just have fun with fashion. And, you know, on the website, we even have live chat if you have questions about that. So
And you can call.
And you can even text.
And you don't have to make an appointment, right?
No.
No. Okay. Okay.
No.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to, we will literally have a dressing room pulled for you. So anybody who's like, I hate fashion, you can fill out a fashion quiz, and we will literally have a dressing room pulled and ready.
Fashion quiz. I love a fashion
ready
quiz.
for you.
And can you introduce the guest of honor? He's going to celebrate with a nap.
He is going to celebrate with an app. I have to bring him over. This is probably not the best view, but this is my baby. This is Carl. He is my very best friend, and he travels with me everywhere. He goes to market. He even comes to market appointments with me in New York.
You're a package deal.
I mean, we are a package deal. I don't have kids, so this is my child.
Okay, I love that. And with that, we're out. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back with Stacy next season. She doesn't know that yet, but we've already invited ourselves back.
That's great.
Okay.
I love it.
Thanks. Bye.